Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the Smith-in-the-Black channel here at Kicker Talker with an absolutely gorgeous morning. And if that's not you, you're not paying attention. So let's take a look, see what just happened. What had happened was here, we call this a little simultaneous break. All right, so now, since I've been here, June 11th, you remember what happened there? Did I talk about a simultaneous break then? I did. Right? And what is that going to look like? I'm going to show it to you in a second here. The question I'd have to ask you is, you have 3 minutes a night to watch a short video that I make? Because I talked about this last night, okay? So here's what's going on. So I can look at something and scan without having to look at a chart to tell you what's going on. A simultaneous break. Almost everything is taking out yesterday's lows, right? So if we go to the SPY here, look at this. Do I talk about the inside bar and then taking out one side and coming back through Rev Strat style? I do. Is that what's happening? It is, right? And so what you want to know is why we could look for something like this, right? Because a lot of stocks last night closed potentially taking out today's lows. And when you have that and you come back through a previous range, we call it pivot machine gun. You've heard me talk about that? Now I want to show you something. If anybody who's in there buying doesn't know what I'm about to show you, all right, here's what I'm going to show you. If you look at this scan, right, and I'm going to go scan for volume. Then I'm going to scan for who took out is above yesterday's highs. Okay. This here is a who's who of nobody, right? Look at this. All right. I know we'll get to this. We'll get to the ones that we know about, but look at this. Look at these companies. Have you heard of any of them? Right? So pretty much nobody, right? You've got you know some gapper like VMW, but look at all this other garbage in here, right? These are the guys taking out yesterday's highs. Now, if we go like this, when we scan for volume, how many are taking out yesterday's lows? Let's take a look. American Airlines, GE, Ford, Telephone, United Airlines, Bank of America, Boeing, AMD, CCL, Delta, Apple, Wells Fargo, Macy's, RIG, Oxy, Microsoft, FSLY, Facebook. You see the difference? Everybody taking out yesterday's lows. That's a simultaneous break, and that's very difficult to reverse. So what you're going to see now is when volatility shows up, you're going to see a lot of charts look like the futures. Almost everything's going inside on the 30-minute. You see this right down here in the lower left? Almost everything's doing that. But let's take a look QQQ. What are you doing? Is that a 2 up, 2 down reversal back to the previous range? It is. Almost everything is doing that, right? And so when that occurs, we know to get short, right? And that's what we were doing all morning, right? Finding ways to get short. Now, how do we do that? Let's take a look at the SPY again. And if you were on the Smith-in-the-Black channel, you would have caught this. You see this? Is this a 2 up and then an inside bar on the 5-minute and back down to change the opening and everything back red? It sure is. Did we catch that? We did. Was there some big moves on the downside after that? Yes. Did we have any reason to believe that was going to be reversed? No, because everything was taking out the lows. Absolute thing of beauty. So if you look at almost anything, you can go to the daily, up here, upper left. Oh, how about crude? Did that help out? Sure did. Today's Wednesday, not just Prince Spaghetti Day, but crude oil inventory number day. And what did it do? Look here. Two up by taking out the highs. And then what's this? 2 down. Is it coming back to previous range? It is. Are we going to take all these guys out pivot machine gun style? We are. Did they? They did. Stops here, 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 take them all out in one shot on the crude number. And the reason that you want to know about that is because that when you come back to a previous range, you're going to speed up the aggregation series, because when you have automated selling, which we know we're going to have on this thing when they're puking it like this, right? And you line that up with people who put their stops at obvious pivots. You ever met those guys? Right? What that does when the stops go off, it removes liquidity and makes things go faster. So that's why when you saw this stuff coming down so much faster, is there's people getting stopped out from creeper rallies and a lot of these high flyers. And that have been creeping up the last few days or weeks or what have you, and that's what helps cause that. So you may recall also I talked about Spotify. Oh yeah, by the way, if you follow me on Twitter at @RobinTheBlack, I actually tweeted out that you're going to want to watch this show if you're getting killed because you're witnessing a simultaneous break. So I'm trying to get out there and tell you as much as I possibly can, right? Okay, Spotify. What did we talk about yesterday? And Spotify, you might remember on the 15, did this, the hammer counter shooter that we look for here on the upside. And then as I was on the halftime show, what did I talk about? You could reverse on this and get short. Yes, you can, right there, below 250, 305. Not bad shooting tax. Then you get your 2-2 day up in here with everybody else. Then it keeps going for you, and you get an inside 60 in the lower lefts. Not bad. We talk about Shopify. You see this? Tight range, potential 2-2 day. It does it. Did I talk about that in the video last night? I think I did. Here, right below 907.26, trading 882. I think we can handle a move like that. How about ISRG? Did I talk about this setup with the inside bar and then it goes one way and comes back the other way through previous range? I think I do. ISRG, puke. Look at this thing. That 580 down to 554, something like that. Not bad. And like I said, a lot of these things are going to go inside on the 30. So right now we're letting these 30s play out a little bit, right? So if I go back to the SPY, I want you to see this. Go back to the 30s. Here. Like I said, inside 30s, we want to watch because almost everything just did that. Because when you have volatility, almost everything's going to show up and look like that. How about Ulta? And Ulta. Here we go. Hold on. Ulta. Did I talk about this? I did. Inside day to the downside. Is this a continuation pattern? It is. Why would we also be looking at this thing? Because you have this. Monthly. Let me fix that. Monthly. Once you take out one side of the previous range, lower middle, are we going outside bar? Looks like it to me. Let's finish the job here. So we'll see. Still watching all these 30s cook up. You've got, did I talk about Wynn Resorts in the video last night? I sure did. Sure did. There you go. Is this an inside day continuation to the downside with pandemia? I believe it is, right? Here. Below 83.41, trading 76.90. I missed it, Rob. Did you? Why don't you just get yourself an inside 30, like right here? Is that a continuation pattern? It is. Do we know about that? We sure did. Now, it also is below last week's shooter here. Is it coming back to a previous range on a monthly? Sure is. Is that something we'd want to know about because this is an inside bar? Sure is. Now we got them going red. IBB's been hot until it's not. Right here. What's this? Is that a 2 up, 2 back down? Sure is. Were we looking for that? We were. Now it's inside 30 because we have stuff like VRTX here. Is this an inside bar countered with a bar going in one direction, countered by one going the other? It is. That's RevStrat. We know about that. That was in the video for sure. You're going to see something like Carvana really getting racked here. Here we go. Here we go. Because when you have like these big creeper rallies, and right here is a 2-2, and you can see these guys tripping all over each other, and even strong enough to take that out. We'll see if that takes that out. But that was 2-2 reversal here, all right? Below 126.80, trading 115. You like these kind of moves because they're lots of fun out there if you can find them, catch up on them. What time we got here? Okay, so we also, it'd be one thing if we just knew about the downside. Do we know about the upside? We did. We did. So we're going to watch these vaccines. I know, still going. Now we'll see if this thing can take off again. And you see, I know, right? Yeah. You see this? Is this inside on the 15? Sure is. Boom. Thanks for playing. We got Lake coming up here too. We'll see how these things play out in the afternoon. Lake, look at the daily. You see the difference? Back through the previous range, 2 down, 2 up. You see that? Pivot machine gun, take these guys out because then this becomes an outside bar of all that. TBIO from yesterday's gap list, still trying to go. We'll see if that resets. Here, now, if we can get above this, you can see the 2 up, the 2 down, and then here, if you can get above this, 27.29 in the next hour, you're going to get my attention. ENMAX. So ENMAX here, still coming up. And so now you can see this, it takes the inside 60 in the lower left, right? Pokes down. But now, if you can get in the next hour, you can take this out. 78.69. Let's get it running. Have I been a ticker talker for more than a couple of weeks? I think I have. Did I talk about ENMAX here at the inside week? I did. Is it still going? It is. All right. So how about MYOV here? MYOV backing off here a little bit. You can see the 62.2 reversal here. All right, but we'll see if that can set up again. You got a big bar here to try and get out of. VIR and VIR here, upper middle, right? Do I talk about the outside, inside, and then up? I do. Is that what that's the thing's doing? It is. Does it have full time frame continuity to the upside when all these are green? It does. Is that something you'd want to look to buy? It is. So we'll see if that can set up again. And oh, look at this. Hello, inside 60 right there, and then boom and gone. Thanks for playing. Let's see, WKHS, what's this thing doing? WKHS inside on the 60 right now. Is that a 2 to the upside? It is. All right. Is it full time frame continuity to the upside anytime this thing is green? Def. So we might want to keep an eye on that. Let's see how these 30s are cooking over here. So it wouldn't surprise me. They hit them pretty hard here. So it wouldn't surprise me to have the SPY stay inside in the 30 and then go inside in the 60. All right, so 60 is a major reversal. If they can get, you could have a simultaneous break back to the upside, because here, if you look at the S&P spider up in the upper middle, we're still an inside week. You see that? Hold on. Still inside on the week. Can we? That's an inside bar. Can we expect reversals during inside bars forming? We can. All right, if we go to the gap or less, let's look at this Dell. What's this thing doing? Here, Dell. On the list that I tweet out in the morning gap list, you see this inside bar, and then it pokes down here, and now it's taking that out for the next hour over 52.95. You got my attention. It's only 7 cents above that. We'll see if they want to keep bringing that thing back up. Other than that, we've got APT also coming up. We talked about this last night. Sure did. So you can see here once again, when it started coming back through here, we're looking for an outside bar. Here's an inside bar. It goes green. As long as these stay green, we're taking that out. Now we're taking that out. Now we're going to see if we can come after this stuff. Right now, still trying to climb. We could use another signal. Like, I don't know, like this one here. Is that an inside bar that goes to the upside? Reconfirming everything else? Sure is. Right there. It's not that hard, folks. Just pay attention. I'm going to be here every day trying to keep spelling this stuff out for you, because you're going to see this stuff in everything. Right? Once you know what to look for, and especially when you know how to scan and you know what's going on, if anybody's sitting in there trying to, trying to buy against by level, you get crushed, right? You have to understand what is going on. And I pointed it out June 11th, pointed it out today. So pay attention, because it happens. It happened. And when it does happen, we know about it. And now that I've told you, you know about it. And if you want to come and join us on the Smith in the Black channel here, Ticker Talker, please do. I hope everybody had a wonderful morning, because we certainly did. Now pay attention to these 60s and 30s going forward in the afternoon. Watch those futures, because a lot of these stocks are going to start acting like them right now, trying to take the 30s upper. So pay attention to that. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith of the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report.
The risk of loss in trading commodity interests can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition, and considering whether to trade or to authorize someone else to trade for you. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
The Ticker Talk